Hey, hi, hello, I am zookazero, and I've decided to ruin my chances with Type Soul and get banned. Nah, I'm kidding. Uh, I just wanted to talk about why I think this game is already messing up. It's easy fixes, but this did irritate me enough to have a video made about it. And look, if you don't like rant videos, I suggest clicking off of this because my video and the next one, or the one before, I don't know which ones I'm posting in order, are just going to be rant videos about two different games. But yeah, let's get into it. So, Type Soul, they recently released the game, I believe at 11 o'clock exactly, or 11:15, around that time, right? And honestly, kind of excited. Haven't seen Type Soul for almost a year. Thought this would be a good opportunity to try out all my slots, because I have one of each of them. I have a Quincy, Shinigami, and an Arankar, and now I have a Fullbringer. So, I start a Fullbringer. Actually, no. I start on my Soul Reaper account and roll off of Ash because they've gutterly nerfed all of Ash. So I swap back onto Zangetsu. One of the only things to get rebuffed, I believe. Also, one of my big flaws with this game is that it is way too laggy. That's something they can't prevent, obviously, so I'm not going to be too upset about that, but that was irritating. The combat is completely the same, but a lot of it's gutted. Like I don't want to say this because this is gonna make me sound like a hypocrite, but Balboa was right. It was gutted. So Kendo is pretty much the same, in my opinion. It doesn't seem to do as much damage, and some of the reaching, like Eviscerate, it doesn't reach as much as it used to, and it doesn't last as long as it used to. But it's just like Aronkar's got it the worst. Like I was using Vampire, and it shows 5 moves that I can use because I have my Segunda, and it goes from having my 3 moves Z, X, and C, and I can only use C now. So with that being said, what am I supposed to do in a full-on combat situation against any other race that has more than 1 partial? What am I supposed to do against that? Also, I got really irritated. I'm in my inventory, right? I see all my beautiful items, and then you click on them, and it says 1. Remove all of your items besides 1. So if you had, let's say, 500 element rerolls, I know this is to balance the market and all that, but 500 element rerolls, you've been stockpiling them, you've been holding on to them, and you've been prepared to fix your character, but Type Soul closes, and boom, you have 1 element reroll the second this game opens. And their codes are terrible. Not to mention, ooh, this made me mad. I was one of the few lucky souls to buy a private server. And I originally bought it to play the game in a private server. I thought the private server was for, like, Katakura Town, private server, Hueco Mundo, private server, all of them. Well, London Ride, private server. But no, it was a battle arena. And, you know, that's fine. I used it pretty often. I enjoyed it. And then Type Soul decided, hey, we're removing those. So Type Soul removes them, and they said, and I was mad. So they were like, okay, we're gonna compensate. Here's where it gets interesting. Here's where it gets interesting, because their compensation, their thought behind this, their form of compensation, this is what they think compensation is giving a code to every single player above the grade of semi-grade 2. Are you kidding me? I spent money on that private server, and you think giving me a code, giving everybody a code, people who didn't spend money on it, is compensation? Then you're out of your damn squirrely mind, my friend. What on earth are you guys thinking? Oh my god. And like, look, I know this is coming off as full on, like, I'm ranting, I'm complaining, I'm crying, but no, like, I'm genuinely irritated because they've had almost a year to work on this game, and so far I've seen no changes. All I've seen is slightly better graphics, gutted mechanics, way worse inventory. One of the things I did like was the parties. You could invite anybody by just searching their name, and you could go scroll through a list if you couldn't find their name. That was pretty cool. But, like, what am I supposed to do? Genuinely, what am I supposed to do? They completely, in my own words, this is my opinion, but they have ruined this game more than it was. And I know in my prior videos I was like, hey, don't have too high hopes. But I didn't think I was meant to have my hopes below the standard. Look, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm pretty much done with this video. I've been zookazero. If you have any opinions or you want to say anything about this, please leave them in the comments. You know what, like, dislike, whatever. I do not care. I just appreciate the feedback. But yeah, I do hope you have a lovely day. Later.